To everyone out there who has an interest in trading futures, and let's say you have a goal of making $500+ a day. For a lot of you, that may be game changing. For most people, that could be your way out of working leaving your full-time job. I'm not telling anybody to quit the job, but a lot of people are stepping away or trying to find an exit out of so many different industries across, the globe in a sense. Okay. Because the fact is that they're being burnt out. All right. And they feel as if all their valuable time in which they're investing in, with things shifting and not moving in, say, for example, a direction in which they may possibly think they should be moving in, they're trying to find a way out to find something that they can do for themselves to where they're not exerting so much or giving so much of themselves to, that particular company or industry. Because you have to understand this. Yes, having a job is one thing. Doing your job is another thing, but also having a sense of freedom and being able to live life, that is the most important part, okay? All right, we all need money to be able to survive, but when you get to the point to where you're burning the wick on both ends, and you're giving more than you're actually receiving, that's when you got to kind of look at everything in full fold and say, hey, this just isn't working out for me. I know there's something better for me. I'm going to slowly try to find my way into doing something else that I particularly love and try to make make money from that. I'm going to share with you a systematic way and a strategy that actually works. But again, you're going to have to put the time in, just like everything else in life, to make it work for you. Okay. And you got to be very strategic and be very, smart about things. Be very logical. Trading, a lot of times is just sitting on your hands and waiting for great setups. Now, I trade supply and demand, and the number one golden rule that I tell people, the concept that they need to really understand the most is market structure. All you need to know and identify is which way from a higher base chart the market is moving. So, for me, when I see a market like this right here, I can tell that the market is very bullish to the upside, because the market can only move in three different directions. Either we're bullish, we're bearish, or we're moving sideways. Like right here, when you see this blue line right here, the market is basically wedging, but we're still bullish to the upside overall. That means the overall perspective of the market is trending upwards, okay? Now, there are some times where we'll start to, move in between, say, a leg, a major high and a major low of a leg, or, in between a leg, and then it starts to just move sideways. You got to kind of try to filter that out and wait for the bigger movements. I tell people that have a hard time understanding or seeing, or trading as a whole, they always say, well, I get caught up in the middle, I get caught up in a range. Then wait for the major key points, a major high or major low to be taken out. Like, for example, today, there was a major high resting right here, and there was a low right here. The market, now this didn't happen today where from this area here. I'm just showing you that this was a major high from, I believe, January the 7th. The market broke that today, okay? And there was a low right here. So instead of, retracing back up to where it could have came back down and taken out this low, it actually just stair step back up. We had a nice sell-off here, or pullback pretty much, just to position itself back in a direction to where it was going to break this area structure to the upside right here, okay? So, but it also broke this high right here. So we we got a bullish run to the upside here, you see. All right, pull us back, break that structure there, or take out that high there, and then we break that major high there. That's a major structure point. So just now that we've taken out, as you can see, this candle here is forming. If it breaks above and pulls back, then that could be a directional play off a key area of demand to go long off of. And people always ask me, can they trade the same strategy, say, for example, using, the micros and what other markets? You could trade Forex with this strategy. You could trade options. You could trade all the different asset classes surrounding futures, because, listen, supply and demand is universal. You could trade so many different types of markets out there, okay? Now, like, for example, I said we're bullish to the upside. I'm going to show you, like, this was a demand setup right here, okay? And this was from last Friday. Beautiful area of demand, right, that has a breaker structure. So there are a couple things I'm going to say right now that you probably want to definitely write down. And that's going to be, number one, identify the direction of the market. That's market structure. What are we doing? Which way are we trending? Is the market breaking, taking out levels to the upside, or is it trending to the downside where it's taking out levels? Figure out the overall, position of the market. Is it constantly making higher highs and higher lows? If so, then you're going to be wanting to look for opportunities to key areas of demand to trade from. And if we're breaking structure to the downside, you want to look for key areas of supply. All right. Number two is where you want to find a Okay, we figured out number one, which is the trend of the actual direction of the market forming a bias. Is number two, you want to figure out, is the market breaking structure to the upside? So if we're already bullish to the upside and we're having structural breaks to the upside, then we want to look for areas of demand to try to trade from, moving to the upside with the overall direction of the market. Okay, so like right here, this is a major breaking structure above that high there, so we're bullish to the upside. Okay, the market does have a pullback. We got a little bearish run to the downside, lows, lower highs, lower lows, but then it turns back around and we start breaking or re-breaking structure back higher. Highs, you see here, we got to run to the upside, a pullback, make a high, higher lows, and we're breaking structure to the upside. Okay, so we broke structure by that high there. It comes back, all right, and then it's actually coming back to retrace lower, as you can see here. But still, we have this high resting up in this area here. It made a high, higher low, broke structure, came back again, made a new high here. Then we made a low, because we got a low, lower high, lower low situation here. But then it goes back up and takes that high right there out. So we break structure back to the upside. We never did come down here and take this low out. Okay, so we got a low from where the market started making lower lows, lower highs. We got a high resting right here. We're in between, a leg, but overall we're bullish because look, we took out a major high from over here. Okay, so we got a nice sell off to the downside, break a major area structure above that high. Okay, we're still bullish, even though we got this little bearish, push to the downside, and then we start to make bullish structural breaks back to the upside. All right, it took out that high there. This became a valid area of demand right here. Aggressive buying, and really the last part of my strategy that I like that I must have is, okay, number one, like I said, figure out the direction of the market. Two, once you've done that, then look for, if we're moving to the upside trending, then bullish plays off of key areas of demand. This is a valid area of demand. It would be the opposite of if the market was trending lower and we were making, lower lows and lower highs. I'll look for a pullback to a key area of supply. But this is a demand setup, okay? We have an aggressive buying right here, all right, to the upside that took out that major structural point. Well, I'm sorry, not major, but took out that structural point right there. We got to break a structure. So number two, I've got to have a structure break, all right? And it must also have an imbalance or gap attached to it at the zone. There's an imbalance resting on that candle right there. I'll blow it up for you. You can see it. Imbalance resting on this candle. The market retraces back to the zone. You see it tap into it. At this point, what I'm doing from here, and I always talk about this, mark off your zones from your higher base charts. Those are going to be the zones that are going to hold the most ground, okay? So because I'm looking at a higher base chart and I'm trading off of 120 on 120 range chart when I'm trading the NASDAQ, I will mark it up on the higher base chart. As the market's retracing to the zone, I just move down to a lower base chart for my entry, okay? So whatever chart you may use, whatever charts you may use, for me, I'm using a 24 range chart as my entry chart when I scale down from the higher base chart to 120. But I mark up the zone off of the higher base chart, okay? So once I'm down and scale down to the lower base chart, I'm simply looking for a demand setup to where I can take the trade going back to the upside with the overall direction of the market. The overall direction, the market is moving to the upside. All right, you can see here, we are bullish to the upside. All right, and like I was speaking about today, you can see that we're still bullish because we just took out that high right there. Okay, so we have a high, a new high made, a higher low, and now a new high is being formed to the upside here. So we are bullish to the upside. So what I'm trying to say is that figure out the direction of the market. Number one, market structure. Two, if we're bullish to the upside, then look for your positional plays off of key areas of demand. Okay, and make sure they have a valid imbalance or fair value gap, whatever you want to call it, resting back at your zone, just like right here. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to mark it up on my higher base chart. Then I'm going to scale down and move down to a lower base chart to find the entry off of a demand setup to go along with the actual overall direction of the market. This is a beautiful setup right here. Aggressive buying. We broke structure. We got a channel to the upside here. This is a major high. And the market's channeling back to the upside here, pulls back to it. I'm going to go long from there. Now, the thing about it is that once I take this long, people always ask me this: what are you looking for in reference to where to take profit at? Well, if the market's pulling back, right, after we broke an area structure, like right here, okay, broke that structure, pushed up, made a high, We got a low here, which is basically a higher low because we didn't take this low here out. And it makes a higher high here. When we pull back to this key area of demand right here, look, we've got multiple gaps like imbalances here, here, and here. Those are going to be my areas where I'm going to focus on first and foremost, okay? I'm also going to be focused on this high right here to be taken out as well. But definitely more to speak on is going to be the imbalances back to the upside to approach back to the high right here that the market came back off the retracement. This is a retracement, taps into an area of demand, looking to feel when we get the rejection from the lower base chart. We got the rejection from the higher base chart because we marked up the zone there first. Now, I'm going to be looking for my lower base chart, to get into the trade, and then I'm going to look back at my higher base chart, say, for example, to take trades going back to the upside to fill imbalance. These gaps in between these candles when the market was coming back down to tap the demand zone there. And that's how I trade each and every day. Figure out the direction, determine are we bullish or bearish. If we're bullish, I'm looking for demand setups to go long off of at key areas of high probability demand zones. I've got to have a breaker structure. Okay, we got a breaker structure. That's very valid. Pushes up, break structure, high probability demand zone with a gap. If there is no gap, then that is not say invalid, but it's going to be a low probability setup. I don't want to trade those, okay? I want to trade ones where there are imbalances at, where the area, the zone in which the market had aggressive buying that took out and broke that area structure, where that area or zone that has not been mitigated yet. Okay, because this is where the institutions are making their moves at. Retailers aren't doing this. Okay, you could be part into the play of taking orders to go long, but you're not controlling the market when it comes to the market size or the cash flow, but the amount of money that's been injected into the market. Okay, so look here, all that aggressive buying and big green candles to the upside, that's the institutions. As retail traders, we want to trade when they come back to mitigate those areas to go long off of. So hopefully that makes sense to you. But this is just a very simple strategy and how I trade every single day. And you can do this every day, just to make $500. And how simple is that? So if you break things down in terms of money, just imagine trying to get like say 25 points on the NASDAQ futures. Each one of these candles here, for example, on the 120 range chart represents 30 points. Okay. 30 points, that's 120 ticks, all right, because there's 4 ticks in every point. So if you get 25 points on the NASDAQ, that's 100 ticks times $5 a tick. That's $500 right there, okay? And that's trading one contract. Now, to trade that with the micros, you got to think because the micros are 10 times less than, or I should say this, 10 times less than the actual full standard, E-mini markets. So you're going to need to trade at least 10 contracts because one contract on the E-minis is equivalent to 10 micro contracts. All right. So, and it's traded less per dollar. So the value, instead of being $5 a tick like the NASDAQ, it's actually 50 cents a tick. Okay. So you got to trade more lots, more contracts to try to get. So at 10 contracts trading the same amount on 25 points, that's going to give you that $500 a day. And that's pretty easy to do. Just one clean setup looking for and determining the overall direction of the market would definitely help you get there. So, you don't have to spend all day doing this. You just find one key, one valid setup and take your shot and your trade. Again, that was a break above there. It pulled back. There was demand right here. Broke above the area structure, came back. You can look for opportunity to go long from there. But now that we're breaking a major high right here, okay, to the upside, there could be definitely a pullback to a key area of, what am I trying to say? Demand. So if it breaks and closes, let's say it closes right here above this high right here, then I would look for an opportunity for this area of demand right here to go long off of because we have a break of structure to the upside with a valid demand zone resting right there. Okay, that's aggressive buying back to the upside. But this is how I do it every single day. You don't have to spend 5 and 6 hours a day, or more, because depending on how much time you actually work. But try to keep your trading to a minimum and to alleviate stress. Okay, I trade no more than 2 hours a day. Simply put. All right, because you really don't need to trade more than that. And if you can catch a trade, let's say pre-market or capture a trade during the market session open, so after 9:30. Now I don't trade the bell. I tend to wait about 15 to 20 minutes after the market opens to look for opportunities to trade. And then one clean setup for me really is that's going to be it for me for that day. Now, if it's just a very quick scalp of just a few points, then I'll look for maybe a second setup. But I have limitations and a plan for myself to where I limit my number of trades per day, 2 per day, and I'm done. All right. If I get what I wanted to get after the first trade and profit on that, pretty decent, then I'll be done. You don't have to spend all day in these markets. You don't have to sit here and be greedy as well. Take what you can get, live to see another day, and compound every single day. That's what I'm here to say. All right. But it's a very easy strategy. Now, I go in really good detail about the actual strategy, where I really go into detail about the blueprint, the cornerstone of how I trade. For all those who are elite or ultra elite supporters, and if you want to become one, I'm going to say this right now. The link is down in the description portion of the video. That's where I go into great detail about the setups that I actually take. If you want to become part of the Discord where I post my trades, there's a private community for the elite and the ultra elite to where I break down my trades, okay? So you get the trade breakdowns where I walk you through like the mindset of what I was thinking, why I took those trades, market structure, price action, stop loss placement, profit target areas. I'm going through each one of the setups, explaining to you in great detail why I took those trades in every one of those trade breakdown videos. Okay, and there's tons of them on there that you can actually watch. All right. Now you also receive the video playlist and plus a great video surrounding your market structure for anyone that's struggling with that concept as well. All right. So if you want to become an an elite member or supporter of the channel, it's only $6.99 a month. That's 24 cents on the day. The link to become an elite or an ultra elite supporter of the channel and gain access to that private community where you get all of that video content surrounding the strategy in great detail. The link is down in the description portion of the video. Click on that. Give it about a second or two. You'll see a couple of tiers pop up. You're going to want to choose the ones that are either say elite or the ultra elite. If you click on each one, it's going to break down exactly the perks and rewards that you receive, plus the price tag just as well. Okay. So, and this is all through the YouTube tier membership program. This is a way for content creators to provide, valuable content, additional content to those who are interested. And everyone out there who is part of that community, I want to say thank you for supporting my efforts as not only the trader, but as a content creator here on the channel as well. But this is where I go into great detail about my strategy as a whole. So watch the videos, get pen and pad, and take quality notes. You can also become an ultra elite and gain access to the live recorded trading sessions where I post my recorded sessions and make them into video content and share it with you guys who are the ultra elite supporters. So the ultra elite supporters receive the trade breakdowns, the video playlist, the market structure video, plus the live recorded trading session content as well. All right, and that's $14.99 a month for anyone that's interested. But that's pretty much it. The link is down below. For all those who are subscribers, thank you for taking the time to sub. If you have not subbed already, what are you waiting for, guys? Please click that subscribe button today. Make sure to turn your post notifications on as soon as you do that by clicking that bell. And last but not least, do me the biggest favor and drop a like on the video itself by clicking that like button right now, okay? Thank you, guys. I'll see everyone in the next video.